everybody, it's LaDonna with the Painted Ivy. Let's do some crafts today. How's everybody doing? I am in Bentonville, Arkansas, and I am trying to find us on the computer so we can read comments from everybody that's here. My news feed likes to hide the videos when I'm doing them. Okay, so let's oh wait, I found you. There you are. Okay. So I'm going to sit down today to work because I need to. And it would be so much easier. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff. Today I'm going to be working on an envelope for Christmas cards. And I think it'd be really cool to have something cute to hang by the door and put Christmas cards in. So we're going to paint this one. I'm going to set some things aside for a minute. This is what it's going to look like after we paint it. And then I sprayed it with varnish, but I want to show you from start to finish. So since I need to make two, we're going to start here. I'm using just 50-cent paint from the dollar store. Okay, so I just put my paint on. Don't really worry about it too much. And then I just take any paintbrush and start moving the paint around. When you come in, hi Elisa. Hi Martha, happy birthday girl. Our viewer has a birthday. I would sing to you, but everybody would turn off the video. So I don't advise that for me. I am just going to cover the surface of the envelope with just a real quick coat of inexpensive craft paint. And I put a little on here and kind of spread it around so I don't have to keep going back and forth, because if you work fast, it's okay, it works out. Make sure you get in the seams. Now, you guys, if you're wondering where you can get an envelope like this, you can buy it from me. Or if you want to make your own, you can go to Hobby Lobby and ask them for their metal envelopes, because every time I've found them, they've been well hidden. And it's just the placement. At our Hobby Lobby here and the one in the next town over, they're behind a pole on a shelf, and you can't find them easily because the column of the store is in the way. So I search and search, and after a while I finally just ask somebody, and they show me, and I figure out what my problem was. It wasn't me, it was the placement. So let's just spread this out real thick. And I just go down as far as you could go inside the envelope. Nobody's going to see it, but I like it to have a finished look. Now, when we're done here, to save time, I'm going to show you what I used, and then we're going to start, you know, they say like the magic of TV. We're going to start with our other project to finish this out, because I can finish this one on camera, off camera. And it doesn't take long. It's a real quick coat. Make sure you get the edges. And you want to make sure you get the edges here, just on the inside, because you don't want it, when you use it to hide your Christmas cards in and stuff, you don't want to have extra wear and tear in that area and not have painted it very well. So when you paint and stain, you need to paint and spray varnish, you need to think about that and make sure your coverage is sufficient for what you need. And if you guys want to paint the back, you can. I paint the sides so that if it's hanging on the wall, which is where mine's going to be, you can see it. If you purchased it from me and you want the back painted, I'll be glad to go in and paint the back, but for the most part I don't, just because no one sees it. Just give everything a real good coat. And then we're going to hit it with a blow dryer. You can go back after you blow dry it, go back and check, and you can see if there's any places you need to touch up. And I try to get most of the brush strokes going the same general direction. Doesn't have to be, but I'm a little OCD about a couple of things in my life, and that's just one of them. I don't want it to look haphazard unless I know I'm doing that on purpose. So let me clean my hands, because you guys know I can't do anything without making a mess. Especially when it comes to red, I tend to get it everywhere. Okay, and I'm done with this, so I'm just going to set it aside in my little napkin so I don't have to worry about it. We're going to hit it with a blow dryer. And it dries pretty quick because we kind of painted it. Huh, I know. Hi, Miss Marilyn. Are you enjoying shrimp today? Now I want to show you something. You can tell when it's dry. Do you see how the shine is on it? And then how it turns to a matte color down here. So just keep working it until you get it all dried. Especially if you're excited to finish the project. And someone told me I shouldn't use the word impatient, because it's not an impatient crafter. I'm an excited crafter. I just want it done. Now, this is the dried version. So what I would do now is I would take it outside and I would use this, the clear glaze. And I would spray this really well. You want to shake this for about 2 minutes or so. Read the directions on your can. Spray it evenly, and I spray 2 coats because I want to do a really good coat on the inside as well as the front and everything, because that's what's going to be used. And when you're done doing all of that and you let it dry really well, which I've already done, I'm going to set this aside. Now when you get to that point, it's no longer going to look like a matte finish. It'll look like this. So now we can begin the fun part, because painting the red was kind of fun, but blow drying and spraying and waiting on it, not so much. Okay, so we're finished with our paint. Now what we're going to do today is I want to embellish this for Christmas. So last night I went to Walmart and I couldn't decide, do we want snowmen? Do we want a moose? Or do we want Santa Claus? So, how far am I from Little Rock? I am probably, oh my goodness, please don't start me to lying. I'm in the very furthest northwest part of Arkansas that you can go without going over the state line. I have no idea where Mena, Arkansas is, and I would say I'm a couple of hours from Little Rock, but that's just a guess. So today let's do Santa Claus. So we're going to put Santa on one side, and then we're going to embellish the other side, but we're going to hold off on our embellishment. So this is Santa's mail. We're going to decorate around the side, put our wooden three-dimensional thing here. We're going to chalk over here and maybe put a little something up there. I have this really cool transfer. Bakery and candy shop. Now, the only part I'm going to use of this is the border. So, we're going to have to be very careful and place it carefully. So, the first thing we do when we're doing this, and guys, I keep having to get up and down, I'm so sorry. I need my, okay, I gotta open a can. I need something to open it with. I'm gonna use my staple remover. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna have to do, since we want to protect our transfers, is we need to wax the surface really well. I'm just going to use a paper towel, and I'm gonna rub it in my wax, and I'm just using Minwax Paste Finishing Wax. It's a natural color. I'm just going to go over it real easy, real simple. Just brush it on. It doesn't have to be any big to-do dot, guys. Just rub it in, and then we're going to buff it off. Now, we can do this to protect our transfers. And it's just a really quick project. Now, I sell a wax that goes with the transfers as well. It comes in a stick like a little chapstick, but I've used so much of it. I went and bought this, and I have to wait for my others to come in. That's why I'm not using it, because it is recommended for the transfers. But this works as well. Okay, now I'm just going to buff it a little bit. And if you notice, none of the paint come off because I let it thoroughly dry. So we have acrylic paint, spray varnish, and now Minwax. Now let's get to our transfer. We're going to put, because it's right, we're going to use white chalk paste. You guys, I'm sitting in a new environment to do my little projects in, so I'm still trying to learn where I've put everything, because I was working where everything was overhead projects and you couldn't see anything, and it just doesn't work very well like that for me. I like to see you. Okay, so how many of you have seen these envelopes at places and thought, gee, wonder what I can do with them? Now, I feel a little scatterbrained here, guys. I'm just kind of out of my element. Okay, so we're just going to peel this up, and I'm not going to take it completely off the backing because I don't want to use the entire transfer. So I'm going to fold my transfer backing paper like this. And then we're going to fuzz the transfer with our towel to pick up some lint. And we do that so it doesn't stick so much because the lint will wash off. The transfers can be used 8 to 10 times, and they clean up with just water. So we're going to do this. Hi Diane, thanks. I'm excited about it. Now this is a just kind of eyeball it kind of thing to see where you're at. And because the envelope does not reach the entire, it's not the same exact size of my transfer, I'm going to have to piece it together a little bit, but I'm okay with that because I can be a little creative and make it work. But I want to try to get as much of it as I can, as straight as I can. So you just have to line it up a little bit. And if you guys just bear with me a second, I'm going to start in the middle. Let's get a different squeegee. And I'm just going to chalk right here in the center because I'm going to have to move my transfer over on both sides to be able to get to that. So we're going to chalk and dry, chalk and dry. It's just kind of part of the process. Just because this is not exactly what the transfer was meant for. But you can take elements from any of the transfers and use them any way you choose. And that's what I love about these. Among many other things. Diane, you kind of snuck in on me. I didn't see you. I'll show you what it looks like. See that? Now we're going to match it up over here. Let me dry this and wash that. Because we don't want to spill it or smudge it. And you guys, I am always using a cold blow dryer on my stuff. I like to do it quickly, and I went out and got a blow dryer that is, you don't have to because most blow dryers have a colder setting, but I went and bought a blow dryer that has a cold setting that's easy to get to, and it works really good. It just cleans up with water. And so we're just going to wipe it up real quick. And I'm going to hit that with a blow dryer just so I don't have to worry about it being too wet. Now, everybody at home, cross your fingers and say a prayer. We're going to try to match this up. And if it doesn't work, we'll have to wash it off and start over. I think I might have it. It sounded pretty easy in my head when I said, hey, I'll just do this. Okay, I think I have that working. And you want to go all the way up to the top of the envelope. So I gotta have the distance straight. I marked it, guys. It's gonna work. You know how excited you get when you have this idea and you're thinking, maybe it'll work, and then you find out it actually does? I'm always amazed. So excited. It does work. It fits perfect. Oh my goodness, it fits so perfect. It runs out where the border's supposed to run out and everything. I just want to get the wrinkles out, so just bear with me a second. This is amazing. I gotta get the wrinkles out. I'm sorry, I know you guys are waiting with bated breath to see how well this turns out. Kidding. Okay. We are going to chalk. Yes. Yes. We're gonna chalk it, guys. I promise we're gonna chalk it. I'm going to show you how it is. Now, I have a tiny little bit, and you have to remember this isn't what the transfer was made for. So I have a tiny little bit of overlapping that I might have to repair, but that's why I brought a very fine paintbrush to the table. Let's peel it off and see. And it's an envelope, guys. Hearts, did I do it? It's close enough. It looks close enough. And it kind of looks like a rubber stamp was put on it. So it works. I think it works. Let me clean the transfer and we'll do the other end. This is the part that takes the absolute longest, is this particular part, because the transfer is not meant for this and I'm trying to make it do something that it wasn't designed for. And so when you're trying to make it fit, especially on a surface that's kind of round, because the envelope is a little curved, then it's going to do that. All right, we're going to swap our paper to the other side. And I'm giving it a quick cleanup so that I can do the project. When I'm done, I'll take it in the kitchen and run it under the sink and get the rest of the chalk off of it. Okay, let's set this over here. You feel how sticky it is? That's why it's going to last me for a long time. All right, let's fuzz this side. Now, our transfers and pastes were originally designed for chalkboards, but designers have found that they work on a multitude of surfaces. Girl at Phipps is loving. What is Phipps? I'm not in Georgia. And you guys, this side lines up so much easier than the other side. Now, why is that? Check that out. It almost lined up just perfectly. Maybe I was overthinking it over there. Maybe I was too worried it wouldn't work. Look how easy that was. Elisa, I don't know what Phipps is or Pips is. Okay guys, we're going to scrape up the excess. Put it back in the jar because we have minimal waste. Now, I'm going to tell you, if this is your first time watching, I have a VIP group where I show all my finished products, even the ones that I don't do online. So if you want to look at those, all you have to do is either private message me, or you could post in the comments, Swanky shopping area. Oh, okay. Look at that. Isn't that cool? If you want to see all the finished products we do, all you have to do is either click the link that says join my VIP, go to that and ask to be added, or you can just private message me and tell me you want in, and I'll be glad to put your name on it. I won't spam you with messages. The only contact you will get from that group is if you contact me or you see a post that I share. So it's not going to be a, it's not a site where you get spammed at, because I don't like that. You guys, I'm loving this envelope so far. Marley, what do you think? All right, let me tidy up my little work area. Now, I thought what would be really cute on this would be gingerbread men on one side and Santa on the other. That was my thinking. Maybe a couple of pieces of candy. And Mrs. Claus at the top. So let's start at the top and work our way down, shall we? And this is all going to be in red and white because it's just very simple and very basic Christmas colors. So when you're done, you know what, guys? Maybe this should say Santa. We'll do Mrs. Claus. We'll stick with Mrs. Claus and we'll do Santa on the other one. How cute. Isn't that cute? Let's hit it with a dryer. Now, if you don't want to use a blow dryer when you're doing these transfers, all you have to do is just give it a minute and it'll dry. I'm just trying to speed it along. Elisa, you know why I didn't choose Santa is because I have to get up and go over there to get the transfer. So I decided I would use what I had on my table. Let's do mocha, yes, for the gingerbread man. And then we'll decorate the top of him with a little bit of white. I just lay a towel in my lap, guys, because I'm running out of table space. Now, I'm going to be doing another design a little later this afternoon, working on a glass block, if you guys want to watch there too. And I want to make sure all this is dry. Now, because I am this particular transfer, let me show you. This is a good example. Do you see the mesh in here? You can't put your finger through it. That's because it's silk screen. So when you put down a silk screen with a lot of screen on it, you want to make sure that you have adhered it well to your surface to get the bubbles out. That's going to give you the best possible result in your picture coming out the way you want it. Now I'm putting it on a seam in the envelope, so I expect a little tiny bit of messiness, but nothing that can't be explained with it being a cookie. So let's, I'm gonna get a different squeegee. If you guys have never tried this, you should really get a sample kit from me. Make your own at home. Let me know what you think. This is the most fun thing. I mail sample kits out every Wednesday. But, you know, if you want one, you let me know. If I go to the mailbox, I can mail you another one. Or I can mail you one. It's not a big deal. We're going to touch this one up because I told you it was going to be a little problematic with it being on the seam. I just wanted to touch it up just a little bit in the seam. Now typically with transfers you don't have to do that. But that's the base of our gingerbread man. Hi Dana, which one called? The transfer? This is from the bakery and candy shop. I used a large transfer and took a little piece of it off and made it trim work. And then it had the little gingerbread man with it. We're just going to dry it real quick. And I want to dry this seam really well because on the seam of the envelope it's a little thicker just because of the surface I'm working on, so I just want to make sure it dries really well. And hold the transfer up so Dana can see. This is the transfer I used. And I just took the design down here to create my little border. Now we're going to add this one on top. It come in the same set. It was a bunch of pieces added to it. So it had the little gingerbread man Christmas tree, Made with Love, Mrs. Claus, some candy canes, and little pieces of candy, all in the same transfer. And so it's very economical. You get a lot of little parts for buying that transfer. I just want to line him up, guys. I don't cook, but you know, in art I would like it to look like I knew a little bit about what I was doing. So if I lay the transfer down on the cookie and I decorate it appropriately, I might be able to call myself a little cook. My seam wasn't dry. Hold on, gotta dry it. That's what I was afraid of. I kind of piled up the paste in the seam of the envelope, and it's going to lift if I don't dry it really well. I know it has multiple parts to it. Elisa called me a can box cook because I just kind of take things out of the can or out of a box and voila, we have dinner. For example, tonight we're having rotisserie chicken. You come from Walmart, you know. Cream potatoes, frozen section. It's just put the headset in, Diane. Diane says, I wish I could hear you, but I'm on hold back and forth with my insurance company. You can go back and watch the replay. Okay, I had to clean the chocolate off of this. We're going to try to lay it down again. And you guys, when you're working with layers, it's important, especially on metal, to fuzz a lot and to make sure your bottom layer is really, really dry. Doing that will give you more of a chance of success. Wow, look guys, he looks so cute. You know how to use a microwave? I'm teasing. I don't use my microwave for anything except like heating something up. My husband's like, you know, you can defrost in here, and I'm like, really? Okay. My bad, sorry. It's just not something I enjoy. I don't enjoy cooking at all. You guys, I'm just cleaning this up with, because I'm going to use it again, with a spray bottle of water and a Clorox wipe. That's all I'm using. The Clorox wipe reactivates the sticky. No, it doesn't have Santa, but Walmart did. It just had Mrs. Claus. I think it's supposed to be Mrs. Claus Bake Shop or something. And so, you gotta clean the other piece, guys. I cleaned the wrong transfer. So Dana, feel free to click on that Shop Now button in the top, on the top corner of my page, and browse at all of the templates, the transfers that we have. I think you'll find quite a few of them there that you really like. Cold dryer, guys. We're just going to lay down a second gingerbread man. And work him in really quick. Very cute. We're going to hit it with the blow dryer. I'm going to, I'm making two, so I have one for sale, and then I'm going to put the other one at my front door to put Christmas cards in. I'll show you what this looks like. Now I'm just going to top this one off with the outline of gingerbread man. Check it out, guys. Look at that. So cute. We're going to hit it with a dryer. I'm all about drying this stuff as I go. We are almost done. Almost. Okay, so let's put I want to put a little piece of candy under Mrs. Claus' name. So we have this cute little transfer of a package of candy with the little twisties on each end. And then we're going to attach Santa. And we will be done with this project. Cute, cute, cute. That's really cute. I like it. The only question, I think we should put some ribbon on it. let's try I think this will work. Okay, we're going to dovetail the ends of the ribbon. I just fold them in half and then cut from the center down. And then we're just going to fold it over to make a little crisscross. And I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue on here for the bottom layer, and then a little bit added to the top. Just so the glue doesn't go anywhere. And we're going to glue Santa. Just put a generous amount of glue on it. Don't burn your hands. If you're working with children, of course, this might be something you prefer to do than let kids do. Or just choose a different type of glue. But since I want things instantly, I use hot glue. Look how cute. I love it. What all do you need if you get the transfer? In the top above my, I think it's above my picture, you'll see a Shop Now button that'll take you to my website, and you could buy your transfers and stuff. The embellishments, of course, you have to furnish. I don't sell those there. It's on the top of my page. It's blue. You're going to need the transfers and paste, whichever colors you choose, a squeegee, and then if you want to get one of the surfaces from me, there's surfaces on the site, or if you want to get the envelope to make this particular craft, I got the ribbon and the Santa at Walmart, the envelope at Hobby Lobby, and everything else came from my website. You guys, I'm going to be back on probably maybe in another hour doing another craft project because I have a couple of things I have to do today. And you want to come back and watch, I would love to see you there. Again, please, please, please sign up for my VIP group so you can see everything that we're doing. It's free and it's fun, and I would love to see you there. Thank you guys for spending a little bit of time with me today. Bye.